Welcome to lecture 13. Today I am going to introduce in this lecture 13 unit 2. Broadly it consists of about the blast furnace design and profile. All these particular profile zones will be explained completely in this particular unit, starting from design, various zones, all those things will be explained in this particular session. About this particular profile will be explained in this particular lecture. For example, in the iron making, the evolution of iron making, how does it occurs? Initially, if you see, it is been all this particular earth crust red iron ore is being taken and melted and produced for the civilized for the purpose of farming. Other purposes, the tools has been made, and slowly it is been evolved with some simple understanding the ancient iron making with constructing a crucible, and husband will be pouring this particular iron ore, and molten metal and slag will be coming from the down of the blast furnace. It is kind of a furnace. In this particular clay furnace, it will be taken out, it will be molded into the required shape, and you can see the blacksmith. It also resembles in the ancient days. Same principle is being used, and pottery, they also used a furnace of design, blast furnace. That is why this particular iron ore as an input material and blowing from the air, these two things looks here common. Now coming to the blast furnace designs, it ranges from the starting of 1975 in the 18th century. Earlier the capacity is only 64 meter cube, the dimensions of earth diameter, the bottom part of diameter, and total height is around 15.3 meters, 9 meters, and in today in the 20th century the dimensions are 14 meter earth diameter. This bottom part is earth, and the total height is 36 meter is followed today, and production capacity also from the 25 tons of hot metal per day to 10,000 hot metal per day is being produced in the consequent days, in the modern days. Presently it can also increase the blast furnace height to 40 meter and varies from 15 meter, and the capacity is being varied from large capacities. 10,000 tons pig iron can be produced in a day. This is the practical image of the blast furnace in Germany, the world's largest blast furnace, which was constructed in 1913. This is with a more detailed blast furnace. This is how the blast furnace plant looks like. The charge material iron ore will be poured using this particular skip car, and the gases which comes out from the top will be taken from this particular dust catcher, cleaned and stored in this particular blast furnace stoves. This will be explained in the next sequence of slides with a detail. This is a simple schematic. Whenever we ask blast furnace design or blast furnace profile, you need to mention all these particular things. This particular top part we call as a top of the blast furnace, or we call it as a throat of the blast furnace, and below this we call it as a stack zone of the blast furnace. This middle one we call it as a belly. This particular section is tapered downward with increasing cross section, and this particular zone we call as a bosch. This is tapered inward with decreasing cross section, and these are the tiers through which the hot air is being pushed, supplied from the entire side, all the sides of the blast furnace. That's why you will see this side and that side tiers. And this bottom part is earth, at which the molten pig iron can be taken out. From the other tap hole, the molten slag will be taken out. Molten slag tap hole will be top because of the density of slag is lower than the hot metal pig iron. That is why it will be here, and this particular pig iron notch will be at the bottom side notch, or we call it as a tap hole. The foundation with the concrete construction foundation will be given in actually the working volume, inner volume, total volume. So all those particular things, there will be top rings through which these particular gases will be exit out and go out from this particular blast furnace. Now if you see this particular first part, top of the blast furnace, how does it look? So let me speak about the first part of the blast furnace. Top of the blast furnace, or we call it as a throat. Within this particular top of the blast furnace, we use it for charging of raw material. Raw material consists of, as I explained in this last unit, iron ore, coke, limestone will be passed from this particular throat. This throat has two designs followed this top part of the blast furnace. The old method was, old instrument design was double bell charging system. There will be large bell, this large bell, there will be small bell. This is large bell and this is a small bell. This connected rod and bell, small bell, this connected rod and large bell. With these particular things, you will be charging the entire raw material. First it will fall into the small bell, then it fall into the large bell, then it will go into the stack zone. And the modern design, bell-less charge system. So you will be taking out these particular separate hoopers, or we call it as a bin. This is coke and these are the, for example, iron ore pellets or iron ore. Separately you will be filling and combinedly you will be sending into the stack zone directly, and there will not be two bell system in the modern furnaces. This particular point need to be highlighted in this particular cross section. Now coming to the next part, stack zone of the blast furnace. What is the main purpose of stack zone? Its cross section, if you see, as it is being tapered downward, the cross section is increasing around 25%. This particular stack zone is very important with respect to the entire material. As you are feeding from the top of the blast furnace, it will reside, it will be filled completely to the stack zone, which is just below the throat zone. That line we call it as a stack line or mantle line. Entirely the material is solid state, either it is a coke, either it is the iron ore or limestone, will be there in the solid state. This particular burden, complete burden, as the process is proceed, as the hot air is being pushed from the tiers, these gases, CO2 gas, will be interacting with the solid charge of all these particular things in the stack zone. There will be ore, there will be coke, and there will be gas interaction within this particular stack. There is other name for this particular stack is shaft, and the temperature from the top to bottom, here the temperature could be 1200 degrees Celsius, top 200 degrees Celsius. This much variation exists, so that slowly it softens and descends into the Bose zone, crossing the belly zone to Bose zone. Bose zone, the temperatures are very high, and as this particular temperature, hot blast temperature is 1000 degrees Celsius, this coke combustion occurs and entire molten solid material gets softened, converts into the liquid state of molten pig iron and molten slag, in which you will see in the Bose region, which I am going to give more detail in the next slide. And one more point one need to remember is the success or production efficiency of blast furnace for day capacity mainly depends upon how well this particular solid particles are interacting with the CO and CO2 gas and producing subsequent production of pig iron. The how well, how much quantity, how much volume of the gas is interacting, that is an important parameter. To stay for long time interaction, you have given such a long length production and tapered downwards with increasing cross section of 25%. most of the solid charge is residing in the stack zone only. Now coming to the next Bose zone, the Bose zone also slowly, as this particular artery is near to the Bose zone, and this particular thing is interacting with the coke, and immediately coke combustions and thermal heat, exothermic heat generates. The temperature further and further increases as it is been interacting with the iron ore and coke. The temperature rises to 1800 degrees Celsius temperature, and slowly it converts that particular solid material into the liquid state of slag starts first, which is nothing but flux, which is being used as a limestone, and gangue is associated impurities with the iron ore and coke. It forms a slag which has lower density, and if you see the cross section design of this particular Bose zone, from the top to bottom it is decreased cross section, 25% of decreased cross section, and permeability of this particular gases which evolves from the combustion with hot air, or we call it a hot blast. That is why it is called blast furnace. That particular CO interact with the solid coke, again further CO and CO2 generates, and it interacts with the iron ore. And if this particular coke after a while, after the combustion, if it is degraded, means converted into the mostly solid ash, that particular solid ash mainly hinders the passage of the gases. This particular CO and CO2 gases, it forms a layer on the slag which is called as a dead man layer in the Bose zone. Now coming to the next zone called QS zone, through which you send hot blast, which we call as a raceway or runway, and this particular flame is initially it is being passed horizontally, then slowly it take the situation of the vertical, and it evolves the CO gases. That particular CO gas formation interacts with the solids in the